Hey, this is Sam. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are not familiar with my channel, on my channel I find things at yard sales, garage sales, flea markets, estate sales, or sometimes even find things beside the road to flip and sell for a profit. So the name of my channel is called Side Hustle Sam, and in today's video I'm going to talk about some things that have sold, but I'm also going to talk about some things that and show you some things that I picked up in the yard sales that I went to this past Saturday. Today is Tuesday, so it's been a couple of days since I was able to do that filming, but I'm going to include that filming in this footage. Also picked up a bunch of stuff with the family member, friend of the family who passed away, and we had to go pick up some of the belongings that were left over, and they just didn't have room for it when they sold the property. But we have a really good show for you today, and I hope you will enjoy it. And if you do like the content, please consider subscribing and make sure that you hit that bell, the notification bell, so that you'll be notified whenever I put up new content. So I'm going to get into my what sold and be able to show you some of the things that have sold in the last couple months. This is going to be, may have to put this into a separate video, but I'm going to go ahead and put it here. All right. All right, I'm just going to go backwards with some of the things that have sold. We sold a JVC multi-compact disc recorder. It was tested. It had no remote. I think I bought this for $20 at the Goodwill, and this item sold for $100. This is actually the second time this item sold. The first time it was returned, the buyer said that there was no remote. I didn't put no remote in the description or in the title, but there was no remote shown in the picture, so I figured that they would understand that. But anyway, they returned it and I gave them a refund. Now it's sold again. Also sold this Olympus Stylus. Keep on the lookout for these Olympus cameras. I've already sold 3 of these. This Stylus sold, it's a Stylus 120 point and shoot film camera, and it sold for $179 and plus shipping on top. Now this is one of those items that I got from the estate of the person that was a friend of the family that passed away, and so I sold this item and didn't have any money into it. It was free when I got it. So that anytime you find an Olympus camera in the yard sale or in a thrift store or anywhere you find one, just keep in mind those go for good money. This Kenwood stereo control amplifier, model KC993. This is one of those items that I bought that was in that stack of about 30 to 50 things that I bought from a friend of mine. Sold a vintage, getting back to the Kenwood stereo amplifier, that sold for $155,000, $155, not $155,000, and with shipping not included. The customer had to pay for the shipping as well. But altogether, of those 40 or 50 or so items that I purchased from this one guy that had the VCRs, the DVD players, and the amplifiers, and the radios and cassette players, I paid $200 for all that stuff. And this one by itself sold for $155. So I mean that one thing by itself almost paid for the whole lot of items that I purchased. Then I sold this vintage Jimmy Industries Public Catfish animated singing fish, and this is a Bass Pro Shop catfish with a Bass Pro Shop hat on it. It sold for $59.99, and you push a button, it sings, and the fish's mouth moves and the fish moves on the side of the thing, so it's pretty cool. I sold my first remote. It's a Toshiba remote, SE-RO295. I sold it for $15 plus shipping. And this is the first time I've actually sold any remotes. I've got a whole box full of them, but you know, they you just don't get too much for remotes, and I want a little bit more than they want to give for them. Sold this Fossil women's watch, and I put out had several watchers on that, and I sent out some offers, and I sold that for $19.99. It's a Fossils women's watch, so that was a pretty good sale. Also sold this used Canon Pixma IP100 color mobile photo inkjet printer. The printer is a very valuable printer. I bought it for probably about $10 at a yard sale. Sold it for 45. Could have got more for it if I had replaced the printer head, but the printer head alone cost $100, so I figured it would be better for me just to sell it for parts only, and so that's what I did. I sold it for $45. Sold an Olakai men's leather slippers, size 14, for $25 plus shipping. The Olakai slippers were donated, so I didn't have any money into them. They came from someone that just donated a bunch of shoes, and I got those and sold them. Got this vintage Vietnam era U.S. Army map case, green canvas map case with strap. It sold for $39.99. Be on the lookout for any vintage, especially canvas green military bags. They really sell well. I didn't have this one listed for very long before it sold, so I was really pleased with that sale. I had $5 into it. I bought it at a yard sale. I sold a Blackenton Rural Metro ambulance badge. This actually went to someone in the state of Alabama who doesn't live too far from here, but this is an Alabama badge. It's designated for Alabama EMS badge, but I sold it for $69.99. It was in the package. Also got this item for no cost at all, so you know that's pure profit, $69.99. Sold a Mizuno Soft Classic Pro Throwback leather baseball glove, 12-inch, left-handed. It sold for $64.99 plus shipping. I have $5 into that. I purchased that at the Goodwill. But sold a vintage do-all 8mm Super 8 movie camera, projector, not camera, and the projector did not work, so I sold it for $25 untested, and the buyer paid shipping, which was $56.73, almost double, actually over double what they paid for the actual item was for shipping. So the person that bought this from me said that they were buying it to repair another vintage projector, so I guess it will meet their needs and serve the purposes that it was intended. I sold a vintage, not vintage, but a Nintendo Wii Ju-On the Grudge Haunted House Simulator, and it had a manual with it, and it was in pretty good condition. It was a Wii video game, and this is one of those things that you want to be on the lookout for. This item sold for $99.99. It's actually the highest priced video game I've ever sold, and actually that I've ever seen for sale. So that was really good. Sold that for $99.99. I had $1 into it, so that was a really good turnaround, a good return on investment for sure. Sold some makeup, Estee Lauder Pure Color eyeshadow for $29.99. This is a makeup lot that I've had over a year, and this item just finally sold, and this Estee Lauder and the different types of makeup that I have been sitting there, and I'm not in any big hurry to get rid of it, so it can just sit there until it sells, and it does. It continues to sell. And when I bought this lot of makeup, it was a whole box of brand new makeup. I paid I paid about 20 bucks for all of it, and I've already made at least $450 to $500 on the makeup that I've sold out of the box, and still have lots of makeup left to sell. So makeup is always a good seller for me. I've always done very well with that. Sold a book called Etc. It's Creating Beautiful Interiors with Things You Love, and it's by Sabella Cart, and I sold that for $34.99. This was an item I picked up at the Adullam House thrift store, and I think I paid $1 for this book. It wasn't very much, so I know that wasn't very much. Sold a couple of Game Boy SP Sonic Advance 3 video games. There was a lot of 3. I sold them for $45. So that was Game Boy SP. Sold a set of Stargate Series 1 through 5 discs box sets in DVD for $39.99. I sold a vintage limited edition Stein from Munich City Hall for $74.99. That was part of that Stein purchase that I made, where I bought the 30 Steins, and they were off $100 for all of them. So that was a very good deal on that. Let's see. Sold a Panasonic digital cordless home phone set. It's 4-hand set for $39.99 plus shipping. On those handsets, I had about $5 into it, so that's not a bad little deal. Kenwood 5-disc CD player, model DPR-5080, sold for $69.99. Tommy Bahama men's extra large short sleeve button down shirt, 100% silk with a palm leaf design, sold for $28 and plus shipping. And I bought that shirt for I think $3 at the Adullam House thrift store. Sold a Black Hawk Hydrostorm 100-ounce hydration backpack and bladder, and it was never been used. This is an item that I was issued when I was in the military, and I just had it and pulled it out and stuck it on eBay, and it sold for $69.99. Another item in the lot of DVD video players was a Sony DVD VCR combo model, and it sold for $54.99, and that was the VHS and DVD player. So I'm gonna stop there. There's a lot more that I could go over, but because it's been a little while since I've done a what sold video, but I wanted to share this information with you and hope that you'll get some enjoyment out of seeing the items that sold. In a couple videos back, I did show you some wheelchairs that I sold, that I bought, and I just could not sell those wheelchairs on Facebook Marketplace. It kicked me off whenever I tried to list them, so I had to delist them, and wasn't able to sell them. But I was able to sell them, one wheelchair and one lift on eBay for total. One of them sold for, the wheelchair sold for $750. That was a Jazzy wheelchair, and then the lift sold for another $650. So that was great. I got back the money that I had invested into all 3 wheelchairs and the 2 lifts, and I still have 2 wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs, 1 manual wheelchair, and a lift still to sell. So I should be able to come out on top if I can sell those other items. So there you have it. You can see that there's quite a good turnaround on items. I mean, you don't have to pay much for them, and you can sell them and make lots of money. The return on investment is just amazing through eBay. It's a lot of fun to do this. I enjoy it. I enjoy going out to the yard sales, to the thrift stores, to the estate sales, and finding these items. And then I enjoy being able to find out do the research and find out about these items and learn more and be able to list them on eBay and then make money on them. So it's really good pastime. It's fun to do this stuff. And like I said, in a few years I'll be retired, and I'll have plenty of time on my hands. So there'll be a lot more time for me to do the listings and to do all the sourcing and getting these items. And there will also be more time for me to make videos about it. So hopefully my YouTube channel will grow as I'm able to do that more often. Right now I'm very busy between my job and my Airbnbs and other things that I'm doing. Just life, the work-life balance. You have to be able to balance your life with your work. You can't work too much. Sometimes I just have to take a day off after I call it a day off, but it's not really a day off because I'm working, and what I'm calling a day off is I don't do my second job in the evening. I just go home and relax and vegetate in front of the TV and watch a TV show or movie or something that I want to see. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me today, and I hope that you enjoyed this content. And if you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up, smash that like bell, smash that thumbs up, and hit that like bell so that you'll be notified the next time I put a video up. And be sure and come back and visit as often as you can. And if you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel and visiting as often as possible. So I'm going to wrap this up for now. This is the conclusion of my video. I think I've spoken long enough. This one is 15 minutes so far, and I've just been talking. So I hope that that this inspires you in some way. I know it does. It inspires me to be able to see what I can do, just given a little bit of time and energy on my part. So thanks for watching, and like I said, come back and visit again, and we'll see you on the next one.